Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. Today we are talking money saving tips. And one of those money saving tips is about if you have a wood burner. Now you may have noticed that I'm a bit hazy this evening. That will be because in my efforts to save money with the wood burner, I use wood from the construction company that I work for. And as opposed to letting the guys bring me wood, I had gone in one day with my little mini chainsaw going, oh, I'll cut up some wood. Idiot Features here took treated wood. Now, obviously, it's snowing here today, so I came in and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put, what I do sometimes, if the wood feels a bit heavy, I'll put it on top of the burner while I start it off, and that dries out the wood a bit more, which is better for burning. So, Idiot Features here had treated wood on top of the wood burner and didn't realise that the smoke was coming off of it. Until I eventually, well, basically because I was eating my dinner. And then I looked up and went, oh. And it's through the whole house. So obviously it doesn't take long. There was no actual burning. There was just fumy, smoky stuff and things. So, whilst I am confident that if you have a wood burner, you can possibly ask your local joiner if they have any suitable wood to burn, make sure you ask the person who knows about the wood whether it's treated or not, and do not try and use treated wood, because that's a big no-no. The fan has been on. I've just switched it off to do the video, so yeah, let's not do that. That's money-saving tip number one. If you have a wood burner, it's worthwhile asking your local contractors, but do not use anything treated because that's just wrong and it can, put your place on fire. Not good. So, yeah, that's number one. My other money saving tips, still going with the from work. We order paint online and the paint comes in these things. These things are great for starting fires. I have got loads of them and I just put them in the bottom and put the wee bits of wood, bits of paper to start them off, and put the wee bits of wood in the top, and it's great. So if you know anyone who does anything like that, it's worth a go. Your local painter or whatever might have that. Other things that I do, very simple. Bread bags. I don't buy freezer bags. I use bread bags. Because I've got bread bags. Why would I throw them out if I can reuse them? Bread bags. Jars. Granted, this is a curry jar, so it has been washed probably 3 or 4 times in the dishwasher before I actually use it for jam or whatever. But yes, I use jars. I use them for dehydrating, for dehydrated stuff. I use them for powders. I use them for jams. I use them for chutneys. And I very seldom buy jars nowadays. I did buy a couple of boxes of jars when I started, because I got so much fruit. But now I don't. I reuse jars. And my other thing is my cloths. Now you have to excuse the colour of these cloths. These are about 3 years old. This is crocheted dishcloth yarn, and this is knitted dishcloth yarn. And you basically throw them in the washing machine and you just keep reusing them. And they last forever. Although I am due to go and make some more. The big thing is, I used to make my supply when I was on the train going down to London to go and visit Patrick when he lived down in London. And of course, he's been up here for over a year now, so I haven't sat and done cloths. So I think the next time I go to the caravan, I need to be doing that. My other thing is your reusable kitchen wipes. I just sewed these together. It's cotton on one side, toweling on the other, and again, they just get thrown in the dishwasher. So yeah, cotton on one side, toweling on the other, they get thrown in the dishwasher, and I use them instead of using paper kitchen roll. So yeah, that's my wee money saving tips of the moment. I just thought I would let you know, because that's the sort of thing I use on a daily basis. And that's how I save myself some money on a daily basis. If you think how many meals we all put in the freezer, obviously I reuse my Chinese takeaway tubs for putting meals in the freezer, but for putting in pies or things like that, or a big pile of Lorne sausage slices, I don't use freezer bags, I use bread bags. Works for me. So yeah, that is my thing for today is just all those little bits that you manage eventually come together and start making a big difference. Because I think I would have suffered in this cost of living crisis a lot more had I not already started saving bits on and off here and there. But also just to let you know, my stew was fabulous. I was so glad I had done that this morning, because if you saw the previous video, that was like, whatever time I put that out, that was literally when it had snowed, and I thought most of the day, I was like, oh, for goodness sake, it's not snowed, weather forecast wrong, ha 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 ha. In saying that, there's about 1/4 inch of snow lying, there's not been any more snow, so fingers crossed. So now I'm going to go and put the extract fan back on to get rid of some more of this smoke, and I will catch you later.